The bells are going to go on. Both from Iraq and Britain. We've asked the police to close the road, and we think it's ridiculous that when we're trying to have a solemn ceremony that they're allowing traffic to go through. So we hope that the road will be closed. But anyway, try and get yourself as close to the stage as you can so that you can hear the names of the dead in what we hope will be a dignified ceremony remembering the dead of the Iraq War. The first person who is going to read some of the names is Victoria Britton, who's a journalist, a writer, a campaigner, and an activist, anti-war, pro-Palestine, who's done a tremendous amount to help build the movement. So please welcome Victoria Britton.
Thanks for coming. I want to share with you 10 names. 4 Iraqis and a Jordanian who died in March 2003, and then 5 British soldiers. Please try to retain at least 1 or 2 of these names as long as you can. Hashim Kamal Radi, age 22. Jalal Al-Yusuf, 17. Ibrahim Al-Yusuf, 12. Ahmed Al-Raha and Sufyan Al-Batania, who was a Jordanian student in Iraq. The British men who died were all young soldiers. Warrant Officer Class 2 Colin Wall of the Royal Military Police. Corporal Dewey Pritchard, the Royal Military Police. Captain David Jones, the Queen's Lancashire Regiment. Private Jason Smith, the 52 Lowland Regiment. And Captain James Linton of the Royal Artillery.
I'm Bruce Kent, and I'm a Vice President of the Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament and of Pax Christi, the Catholic Peace Movement. I've got 10 names, 5 Iraqis and 5 British soldiers. South El Bawa. Is that better? Sorry about that. I've got 10 names, 5 Iraqis and 5 British soldiers. South El Bawa, aged 11. Marwa Abbas, aged 11. Tabarek Abbas, aged 8. Safia Abbas, aged 5. Qasem Musa, a teacher, aged 42. All killed in March 2003. We have 5 British soldiers. Lance Corporal James McCoo, Royal Electrical Mechanical Engineers. Fusilier Keelan Tullington, Royal Regiment of Fusiliers. Lance Corporal Ian Malone, Irish Guards. Christopher Mazuru, Irish Guards, a piper. Lieutenant Alexander Tweedy, Household Cavalry Regiment. All died in April 2003.
Abdullah Al-Ababni, Jordanian student. Ahmed Al-Anezi, Jordanian student. Omran Al-Serahani, Jordanian student. Feta Ghazi, aged 8. Nada Abdullah, 16. The following are members of the Royal Military Police killed by the crowd 24th of June 2003. Sergeant Simon Hamilton Jewell. Corporal Russell Ashton. Corporal Paul Young. Corporal Simon Miller. Lance Corporal Benjamin Hyde.
18. Zainab Akram Hamoudi, aged 19. Hassan Layad Hamoudi, aged 10. Amar Mohammed Hamoudi, aged 1. And Noor El Houdi Saad Hamoudi, a baby. We also mourn the loss of the following Royal Navy officers killed in a helicopter crash on the 22nd of March 2003. Lieutenant Anthony King, Lieutenant Mark Lawrence, Lieutenant Philip West, Lieutenant James Williams, Lieutenant Andrew Wilson. We mourn.
I had 10 people who lost their lives due to the conflict in Iraq. Tamer Abdel Wahid, 27, on the 28th of March 2003. Nuja Abdel Rida, 27, on the 28th of March 2003. Najia Hussain, aged unknown, on the 28th of March 2003. Ethan Rafi, 29th of March 2003. And Arkan Daif, aged 14, on the 30th of March 2003. Also, Lance Corporal Carl Shearer of the Household Cavalry Regiment, 1st of April 2003. Staff Sergeant Chris Muir, Royal Logistics Corps, 31st of March 2003. Lance Corporal Sean Brearley, Royal Signals, 30th of March 2003. Marine Christopher Madison, Royal Marines, 30th of March 2003. And Major Steve Ballard, Royal Marines, 30th of March 2003. Rest in peace.
We'll name 10 people that tragically lost their lives as a result of the Iraq conflict. Waleed Abu Shaka, aged 23, 1st of April 2003. Hilal Faraj Silo, 2nd of April 2003. Manal Sada'Allah Mati, 2nd of April 2003. Marusa Jarjis, 2nd of April 2003. Valentina Bashar Faraj, 2nd of April 2003. Lance Corporal Matty Hull, 28th of March 2003. Corporal Stephen Albert, 25th of March 2003. Trooper David Clark, 25th of March 2003. Lance Corporal Barry Stephen, 24th of March 2003. Sergeant Stephen Roberts, 24th of March 2003.
My name is Daniel Taylor. I'm a former soldier that served in Iraq, and I'd like to read out the following 10 names to you now. Samar Hussain, aged 13, died on the 3rd of April 2003. Mohammed Ahmed, aged 4, died on the 4th of April 2003. Nadia Khalif, aged 33, died on the 5th of April 2003. Zina Akram Hamoudi, 5th of April 2003. Mustafa Akram Hamoudi, 5th of April 2003. The next 5 are ex-servicemen. Sapper Luke Aslop, Royal Engineers, killed by the crowd on the 23rd of March 2003. Staff Sergeant Simon Cullingworth, Royal Engineers, killed by the crowd on the 23rd of March 2003. Flight Lieutenant Kevin Main, Royal Air Force, killed on the same day. Flight Lieutenant David Rees-Williams, Royal Air Force, killed on the same day. Lieutenant Philip Green, Royal Navy, killed in a helicopter crash on the 22nd of March 2003. Thank you.
Merchants of Peace. I will read out the 10 following names. Salal al-Musai, 55, died the 7th of April 2003. Al-Edin Kazal, 42, died the 7th of April 2003. Wadal Handi, 34, died the 7th of April 2003. Bashir Handi, 28, brother of Wada, died the 7th of April 2003. Safar Karim, age 11, died the 7th of April 2003. I will now read 5 British military personnel. Operator Maintainer Ian Seymour, died the 21st of March 2003. W2 Mark Stratford, died the 21st of March 2003. Major Jason Ward, died the 21st of March 2003. Sergeant Paul Connolly, found dead the 26th of December 2004. Private Peter Chilcot Waka, died the 8th of November 2004. Thank you.
Hello, Murad Qureshi, Chair of Stop the War. I've got 10 names, 5 Iraqis and 5 British military staff. The 5 Iraqis are Wasim Abid Hamoudi, age 40, killed in Basra on the 5th of May 2003. Dr. Ahab Abid, 34, Basra, the 5th of May 2003. Halia Mahmoud, Basra, 5th April 2003. Kamaram Abuza Muhammad, killed at Kalar near Masu on the 6th of April 2003. Dua Rahim, age 6, in Kabbalah on the 6th of April 2003. British military staff named now were all killed in a helicopter crash on the 21st of March 2003, beginning with Sergeant John Cecil of the Royal Marines, Lance Bombardier Leon Evans of the Royal Artillery, Captain Philip Stuart Guy of the Royal Marines, Marine Sholto Henderskog of the Royal Marines, and finally Sergeant Les Heron of the Royal Artillery.
My name is Jeremy Hardy. The following Iraqi civilians died in 2 days in March 2003. Akil Khalil, Sahar Khalil, Khawla Abdel Fattah, Samed Rabai, Faris El-Bawa. The following British personnel died in May and June 2003. Lance Corporal Thomas Keyes, Royal Military Police. Civilian firefighter Leonard Harvey, MOD Fire Service. Corporal David Shepherd, RAF Police. Gunner Duncan Pritchard, RAF Regiment. And Private Andrew Kelly, Parachute Regiment.
I'm Jane Shallis. The following 5 Iraqis were all killed in Mansour on the 8th of April 2003, Mansour district in Baghdad. Miriam Sami, under 10 years old. Lava Sami, under 10 years old. Salma Amin, 50. Muhammad Amin, 27, the son of Salma. Saeed Amin, 24, the son of Salma. And the following are British soldiers. Private Ryan Thomas, Royal Regiment of Wales, on the 6th of November 2003. Corporal Ian Plank, Royal Marines, the 31st of October 2003. Sergeant John Nightingale, Royal Logistics Corps, 23rd of September 2003. Fusilier Russell Beeston, 52nd Lowland Regiment, the 27th of August 2003. And Major Matthew Titchener, Royal Military Police, the 23rd of October 2003.
The following 5 Iraqi citizens was all killed on the same day, on the 8th of April 2003. Sena Hassad, 36 years of age. Rana Hassad, 10 years old. Maria Hassad, 7 years old. Sama Sameh, 30 years old. And the daughter, Lana Sameh, 10 years old. The following 5 British soldiers. The first 3 killed on the 4th of November. Sergeant Stuart Gray, Black Watch. Private Paul Lowe, Black Watch. Private Scott McCardle, Black Watch. Staff Sergeant Denise Michelle Rose, found dead on the 31st of October 2004. And Private Kevin McHale, Black Watch. RTA, 29th of October 2004.
My name's Draw Caravan. I'm a SNP Member of Parliament. I'm going to read you 10 names. But just before I do, let's remember that yesterday, the last day of Ramadan, as the Eid, wonderful Eid festival was approaching, and people were breaking their fast, a massive car bomb went off in Iraq and probably killed more people than any previous car bomb since 2003. What that tells us is that the cycle of violence that was unleashed by the Anglo-American invasion of 2003 has not ended. The names that we read today are the start of a list that gets longer and longer and longer. And if anything is important today, it's that we take the steps to ensure that that cycle of violence stops. And I am afraid that the Western powers, and Britain in particular, are still preparing the next cycle of violence. As we speak, there are British special forces on the ground in Libya actively supporting various militia groups in the civil war there. There are Royal Navy ships off the coast of Libya taking part in that activity. There are at least 2 private air forces involved in bombing in Libya at the moment. You do not have a private air force with jet planes unless someone in the West is supplying the technology, supplying the support, the spare parts and the engineering. There is a war going on in Libya which is intensifying. I can see in 10 years from now we'll be having another report like this one, explaining that secret war and how Britain got into it without it being approved in that house over there by any elected politician. Can I also say that the media, as usual, is failing significantly to report Britain's current military build-up. The British Armed Forces have just ordered 600 new battle tanks. Those battle tanks are not for use in the Middle East, they're for use in a conventional war. Where do you think that conventional war is going to be? When I asked the chief of the General Staff, he said it would be 200 kilometres from here, 2,000 kilometres from here. Where's 2,000 kilometres from here? It's in the Baltic. We are preparing the next Cold War. The cycle of violence goes on. What we're going to get today is 2.6 million words. They're designed to try and blur the truth. But we're not going to blur the truth, we're going to blare the truth today. What we've got in these 2.6 million words is evidence. It's not yet an indictment, but it's evidence of what happened. What we have to make sure today, and I pledge on behalf of all the progressive MPs in Parliament, we will not let that evidence gather dust. We will use it for an indictment, and those who cause this cycle of violence will be brought to justice. They'll be brought to justice for the following 10 people I'm going to mention. I'm going to read out. As with other people, I'm going to read 5 people, civilians, and 5 people from the military who died. Shams Amin, killed on the 8th of April 2003, aged 20. Sami Osama, killed 8th April. Body found 8th April. No one knows actually when they were killed. Tarek Ayoub, killed 8th April 2003 in the destruction of Al Jazeera's Baghdad office. Taras Posyok, killed in the Palestine Hotel Baghdad, 8th April 2003, journalist. Jose Cuso, killed in the Palestine Hotel Baghdad, 8th April 2003, journalist. The press are always taken out by the military just to make sure they don't tell the truth. And finally, 5 members of the British Armed Forces. Corporal Mark Taylor, Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers, 28th September 2004, my birthday. Gunner David Lawrence, Royal Artillery, 28th September 2004. Fusilier Stephen Jones, Royal Welsh Fusiliers, 10th September 2004. Private Mark Ferns, Black Watch, 12th August 2004. The dead are from all over the United Kingdom. And finally, Lance Corporal Paul Thomas, the Light Infantry, 17th August 2004. They will not be forgotten.